Hello, Rakeshji. Thank you for joining us today for the Nrityavana Talk series to speak with us about the Chhau dance form. But first things first, let me check in with you. How are you doing today with everything that is happening around, and how has the past year been for you?
Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. And it's been a tough journey because if we see around the world right now, many things going on. But as in to be living in this world, you have to do something, right? And the artist is the one community, and there is many communities in the world who is trying to just live and breathe. And yes. We have one more window, this activity, you know, which we call the performing arts. It's a in another way, you have a one another life. You have a one motto, motivation to do in your life. Like that is for the artist. You know, if we'll try to engage ourselves in
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
in this in critical condition, we are around living everywhere, and artists also same, and they're also being infected with many things. You know, if you so it's applied to everyone. So don't go outside. You have to stay at home and follow the rules and regulations. And but in this case, we are also trying to live positively because we have some little art in ourselves, which we are learning by singing, performing, whatever in the life. That is the best thing. So we do all classes, live classes, not live classes, sorry, offline classes, like online.
Mm-hmm.
We are much activity now. We are busy in online classes, and that can be a motivation for to engage yourself. You're
Mm-hmm.
meeting very new artists uh, around the world. So what I did, my journey from last 1.5 year in this due to pandemic, um, I try to teach in online classes. Okay, before 3 months, we are all frustrated what to do because everything is closed. It's everywhere, and school, college, and your live classes, everything is closed. So now what to do? So artists cannot stop themselves, and anyhow they have to do something. They just need find out one window to show, um, to me, to talk. So this kind of the talk series will start, and we also started the uh, site where we can perform, like online
Mm-hmm.
performance or workshops, leg dem series, and a part of that we start the classes. To why should we not try the class if everything is going on like this?
Yes.
So then I start
Yes.
around last June. June is my I start like in the peak. I started here, and many of students which they are coming from US and UK, Australia, and they all are now. It's a different window. It's welcome. We welcome the world right now. We can communicate to everyone because we have a internet. This is the power of internet. We're living in the internet world right now, and see right now that's we connect everywhere, and there is a positive sign we have, and we are living now in this online world. It's a good.
Thank you for
It's a tough journey, but a part of that it can be a one source of living, good living. In your life, you can try. Yeah.
Right. And like I know it has been challenging, but looks like you have adapted your format to the pandemic and work from home. Nobody must have imagined that it was possible for an artist. I know it is not the same, and you must be striving to get back onto the stage and performing throughout the world. But uh, you're doing the best you can to keep the community safe. So that is a
Yes.
great job.
Mm.
And speaking of dance, like, what is the earliest memory of dance that you have of you dancing?
This recent memory or my journey, like
The first, what do you remember? Like, how young were you once you started, first time you danced? Like, maybe it was a trained dance form, like it was a dance training, or it was just dancing at home when you were a toddler?
yeah. Okay, the because this in this case, I will say that I belong to a traditional family of dance. So that is the first stamp where I've seen talk about dance. I heard about talk about dance. I've seen artists coming to my house because they are learning from my father under Guru Janmejai Sai Babu. So being a traditional, being to traditional art, family, um, I've seen the growth of artists, and I've seen myself. I'm also training under my father,
Mhm.
and so yes, see, and it's not we started dance when we also a family we form a family of a traditional dance form in a family, but you're not going to the stage, and it's not like that. I'm just a normal person, okay,
Mhm.
and my family never forced me to come to dance first of all, but we went to watch every show. But what to do because we are small, so we were there wherever my family traveling. I'm traveling with them. So that is the blessed. We've seen many artists. You know, right now uh, they are big brand in their in their age. But how they started, so it's the same. And yeah, I cannot imagine I'm going to be a performer in future because I'm saying that there is no force from my family.
Mhm.
Yes, I because we are engaged with studies. That is the first. Yes, then then all activities. But dance is like okay, it is going on. My father is always teaching. Person they coming, the performance, the program. Every time we're running to the every 2 months we're running to the hall, even to watch any kind of shows going on. I've seen all the rehearsals that I remember about the Chhau dance, which we are talking about.
Ye-
This because this
Yes.
is the main forte we have. But I was more interested in Bollywood dancing before, but not dancing as much. We're not to see the there is no TV shows going. That's that time in 1998, 99 I started. I was in class 10th. Uh, that time I just
Mhm.
did, to went to the classes. Then my mother is telling me you should go and learn this traditional art form. But before it is like okay, with I'm also like observer. So yes, there is something in the air. You can say that. So
Yes. Yeah, like
okay,
when I was, yeah, when I was actually doing my reading and preparing for this interview, like I found out that like the earliest like in your ancestry that I could find out was like your great grandfather Radha Mohan Sai Babu. He was also a Chhau dance practitioner, and your family has made sure that they have kept the art form alive and passed it down the generations and flourished it. And I mean, like one generation after the other is just excelling into it. And your father is the awardee of Sahitya Academy
Sunny.
Award.
Hmm.
Yes. and he also is your guru. So you talked about like how growing up in such an active
How
household,
I
dance was
engage.
always in the air.
Yes, how I engage with the dance form, because you talk about very beautiful story about my great grandfathers and all. It's because I'm the fourth generation or fifth generation from this legacy. So I've talked about myself, how I introduced. When you are in the family, you are every time, like, if you're not in family, just imagine you talking about dance. If you like any non dancer, if there somebody is learning at your house, at least they started talking about something is going on. But here I've seen the craziness. My father, when he was in his peak, so many eminent artists, they're coming to perform, and they're learning, and how he is tackling with everyone. Many eminent artists, they are now Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan. So I'm talking about that time. So, but I've not seen myself to be in the future in the dance, but we all are free that time, and dance. Okay, something going on. Sometimes I feel very bored. I'm thinking about it honestly. Oh, why every time they're doing this kind of many postures they do? I'll try to criticize at home. Why they're doing every time this is done? I don't want to see this thing again. I see something different, but it is going on. It's a family, so
Right.
you have to be playing with all area, because you're a child and you need entertainment. And so nobody force us to do this thing, that thing, but it's a beautiful journey. So I've seen many beautiful artists, and I will motivated by them later. When you grow up, you'll be mature. You're thinking
Yes.
about, yes, why this is so beautiful, and dance. What the art is so beautiful. Art is the best. Dance is the one forte, one area, but it is very lovely journey.